Nation. We are back with another show of the NFL Count. No, wait, that's not it. That's not it. Wait. It's the NBA here today. No, that's not it. That's not. What was it? What was it? What? Oh, I know. The NHL Hockey League is here. What the? No, that's not it. That's not it. What is it? I don't remember. What do we do? Oh, wait. It's Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man. What?
Sure, like
What? Who? That guy? That's it. That's a signal right there. I'll call him. Don't. No. Station, everyone. What is going on? This is the Big Herm Show with Primetime Tom in the house, here to do yet another show. We're back and better than ever, like Mr. Mike Greenberg says down in ESPN. And here we're here to review The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 51, and the annual number 1. Annual, which is the special Infinity Watch annual, something like that. I guess we'll discuss the big annual in a little while, but we're back to do another show. And of course, if you like the video, if you're watching it live or if you're watching it on the rewind and you like what you're seeing, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ding that bell for notification for future videos. So watch us clown around like we always do. You know what I'm saying? Have a little fun here on a Sunday afternoon. Sunday morning for my partner over there.
morning. So early.
I mean, a little more early for this guy. But, and of course, a lot of our guys and all that, everybody from the PCP Army Bad Batch and pop culture philosophers, we have their links down in the bar below, in the box below. If you want to check them out, they're there, of course. Phable, the music to the show, always going to represent Phable because, always with that music. He's down there too. And of course, before I say anything else, the Blame Phable show comes back to season 5 in a couple of weeks. A couple of Fridays from now, we're back, baby. And yours truly is back on that show after a couple of years of hiatus. I have been a guest here and there, but now I'm back. I'm better than ever. I'm glad to do those shows on Friday night. So, Tom, I'll be looking for you there. I'm be looking for you in the chat to support me because I need all the support I can get. You know what I mean? I'm channeling a little bit of Brother Joe here. Y'all need to support me, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Brother Joe will be there singing like he always does. And that'll be a fantastic show with the fellas and stuff like that.
I wonder if we'll be there.
What? We don't say that name. That we don't. We rather say Voldemort more than we say that name. That's he who shall not be named. All right. Don't start with that, man. Eric, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
I said it 3 times. Beetlejuice. Oh no.
Oh my God, Eric, I'm gonna have to block you because I can't. You guys, I can't. You know what I mean? My man here has the gloves to put up some dukes. You know what I'm saying? Like, show him them gloves. Oh man, Station guys, Nick is in the house.
Station.
Talk about Phable. There he goes. He's in the house. You know what I mean? Can't wait to have you back, Herm. Yeah, I can't wait to be on there, man. It's gonna be lots of fun. And we're already clowning around here. But like always, excited. There's a holiday season. I know a lot of us are sad the Halloween has left. And do you hear a ding? Do you hear a ding? Because I hear a ding.
A ding?
Just on my side. Okay, that's on my side. Okay, anybody don't hear that ding, right? For that reason, I put my phone on sleep, and now I'm getting all these texts and stuff. I never get text at this time. All of a sudden, it's like ding, 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 ding. I'm here trying to do a show, but it's coming into my ear. So I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, so I was saying, we guys like me, Halloween's my Halloween. What's Halloween? Halloween's my favorite
What?
holiday, but unfortunately, Mariah Carey has the frost, and she's ready, back and better than ever, sing her song. Some of us are like, hold on, we still got Thanksgiving. You know what I
I
mean?
know. I guess Optimus and the crew all are not one anymore. They darn it.
So
She must be stopped, no matter the cost.
she must be stopped. You got the touch. Ding, 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 ding. Like he's ready to go shoot Mariah. You got the power. We stop this Mariah now and forever. She's here. She's here. Oh my God, she's here. Oh man, but you know what? I'm the type that likes trolling people because they hate her so much because of that song, and they're so tired of it that I'll just maybe I'll present it. If I wasn't gonna get blocked by YouTube, I'll just have that as my intro song. You know what I mean? Oh, hot take: Thanksgiving is better than Christmas. For us adults, it is. Because, Christmas is for kids. Christmas, silly rabbit tricks are for kids. I mean, Christmas is for kids, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
But
you
we
know.
all love to eat. We all love to eat, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And Thanksgiving is about eating. Oh, wait. Thanksgiving is about giving. It's about family. Family. It's about family. It's
Normally.
not just about eating, guys. And watching football with family. So, oh man, Station Kenneth.
Jason.
We're here today and from Virginia. Food and football. What's better than food and football? Especially now that I don't work at a store where things went crazy for Black Friday and I had to work and not enjoy my family. And,
Oh,
I used to work overnight and stuff. So I never really enjoyed the football games for years. It's been like that. But, pandemic happened and all that changed. And now I have a different job and now I can enjoy my holidays, man. So I'm happy with
yeah.
that. So I get to eat and then watch some football. Let's go.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, by the way, how you doing, Tom? How's your week been?
so, so I took Wednesday through Friday off from work, not realizing that Monday is Veterans Day. So I lucked out, got a 5-day weekend.
Mm,
And what's
mm.
funny is the last time I took a vacation, the same thing happened. There was a holiday on the following
What's that?
Monday.
Sweet. It's like you did that on purpose,
And
Tom. You did that on purpose.
and Mike Haggerty would know that our type of work is very physical. And I unfortunately my carpal tunnel that I had started to flare up again.
Mm.
So
I
my
thought those were USC gloves. You know what I mean? You ready to fight? Eric. If he mentioned that name again, you know what I'm saying? Well, I hope you
yeah
feel better. You know.
yeah
It is kind of cold out now, so it's starting to get cold. I'm pretty sure over there it's pretty cold already, so it
it
doesn't help.
is.
I love it because now I don't have to put the fan on when I do a show. It's nice in this man cave right now. I'm like, yes, I can put the football jersey on. I'm just like, yeah, let's go. While other people are like, hey, it's cold, I'm cold, but I'm just like, yeah, let's go, man. I'm so bad. I troll everybody. Oh man, Kat, have you gotten the surgery for capital tunnel yet? Carpal tunnel yet?
um so I was lucky enough to get an appointment with my main doctor on Tuesday. So I'm supposed to get some X-rays. Um, I'm a little scared because my right shoulder is in a lot of pain. I think I may have done something to it.
Yeah, go ahead. Distractions. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think when I got in a wrestling fight with John Stout about who was better, if Batman or Spider Man was better.
Oh
Um,
no.
He clotheslined me pretty bad, and But I'm
Those
coming for you,
Batman
John.
fans
I'm
are really
coming for you,
brutal,
John.
bro.
I'm coming for you, John.
Gotta watch those Batman fans. They're very tough. You know what I mean? I'm one of them. So, but I love both.
Oh,
So you know what I mean.
I know, me too.
But you know, you gotta be careful, man. They're brutal. You know what I mean? John Stott, man. You gotta watch that guy. You
He might be short, but he's a force to be reckoned with.
know. He's on a roll. He's on a roll. He's ready. The son of a gun. He's ready to get blocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But let's carry on because we are here to do a show. We're having a little fun here. Of course, our intros are always over 10 minutes. Now it's 12 minutes. Maybe we're going for a record or something like that. Maybe we'll be here for a
Usually,
half hour. We didn't even start the show yet. You know?
it's usually 15 minutes is what usually when we
Usually
start.
15 minutes. But keep on keeping on. Like I was saying earlier, we're doing these 2 issues, and then next week we'll be back. We are going to be back for 2 more issues. You know, next Sunday, same Spidey time, same Spidey channel, where we're going to review number 52, which is
Oh,
a nice. A lot of people are like overdone. This cover's been overdone with the ASM 300, but I can
yeah.
never get enough, especially if it's coming off of Marvel. When they
Mhm.
do it, I can never get enough. You know, you got all those
Plus,
exclusive stores.
plus
What?
it's Spider Goblin too. It's Spider Goblin. It's
Spider Goblin. You know what I'm saying? And then of course he's back on there for 53. So 52 and 53. So we're gonna have a nice little arc of this one, which what I remember when I read them the first time, I enjoyed the Goblin stuff. I enjoyed it. It's very silly, but it's still I enjoyed it. So even though like the Zeb Wells run is a lot of people considering it the worst Spider-Man run ever, which happened before. Spencer, the Spencer guy. Everybody said that run was Spencer, but there are arcs on here that we enjoyed, and some of it is silly. Uh, we could go on why things happen. Editorial, Lloyd,
Hey,
what?
we did get a cool side character though, Wreck Rap.
Yeah. So that's 50-50. Some people like them. Some people like us. We love them. So
Yeah.
we still waiting for that figure. We're still waiting for that figure. But you know what? We discussed everything. I didn't even know. I guess since I went first last week, I guess you can go first. I don't think it mattered which issue we do first. I think 51 came out before the annual. But since I've been doing a lot of talking, I guess you could go first. Or you want me to go first? We didn't even
Um.
discuss it. Usually we do this in the back.
Yeah. Unless you want to go first, I'm fine. Either way.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. Fine. You pulled my arm, you know what I mean? Plus I don't want to be reading any more comments, smart addict comments from our guy Mr. Nine Panel Grid here cuz he's ready to get blocked. That's all I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. He should
Anybody
feel
make steak?
ashamed. He should. I agree. Say, that was appalling. You should be. you guys, you guys. He's on thin ice. He definitely is. He definitely is. That son of a. Anyway, back. Let me take a sip. It's what I'm saying of this coffee because this
Paul.
guy already has me.
Paul must be stopped, no matter the
He
cost.
must be stopped no matter the cost.
All I want for Christmas is Paul.
No, no, we do not. We do not. but moving. I'm trying to do I'm trying to review a book here, man. Amazing Spider-Man number 51, legacy numero 945. Of course, Zeb Wells and our boy Ed McGuinness at the art. Everybody
Oh yeah.
knows we love Ed McGuinness. We got one friend that doesn't, but we love him still. But he he's awesome. I love Ed McGuinness. I love the art, and I enjoy the heck out of this. So I'm gonna start. The first page looks phenomenal. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Phenomenal art on the first page. So we get some Sinister Six action here. So as you flip over to the first page, you see Spider-Man in that Winkler device, and it's like he's like bring, and then the Goblin the Goblin is already in his head. You know what I mean? He's like the spear, the spear, mine. And then Peter's like, he's like spear, and then of course out of nowhere he's in the black suit, and then he's in the Chasm suit, and he's like me, duh. So pretty much a lot of stuff going on. It's just one page. You know what I'm saying? And then keep on keeping on. Someone wakes up. Ah! And it's of course Ben Riley. He wakes up
You know,
and go ahead.
I was just realizing something about Ben's girlfriend, Hallow's Eve. I, I
Yeah.
I don't know if Ed meant to do that, but she's looking rather bosomy.
Well, she was running, so you know how they expand when they. Let's move on. Let's move on. Just I
Probably
shouldn't
should.
have even went there. And let's move on. So she's like, Ben, are you okay? What is it? And he's like, the Dream Eve, the same one I've had since I used the Winkler device. And she's like, I'm worried. It's clearly did something to you. And he's like, it did something, but not to me. Bam, bam, bam. Then of course you get the pew doo, then you get the pew doo page. You know what I mean? I just called it the pew doo page. I did. And you see a page of the Sinister Six. You know what I mean? And Octopus is like, we don't have time for the distractions. We know Oscorp holds the living brain, the same machine that enslaved the Sinister Six. Revenge is ours only concern. And then, of course, Craven's like, I'm telling you, we have great worries. The sin of the Green Goblin has been freed. We all in danger. And the Vulture's like, I'm the Vulture. For what this worth, I've never seen Craven that spoke. And then Electro's like, it's not much. Whatever happened with Craven and that spear is his business, not ours. Otto's like, agree, but the living brain concerns us all. I don't know why Otto now sounds like Craven, but let's go on. Let's move on. It's like, huh? And Electro's like, tell me the number of our secret lair is unlisted. I certainly thought so. Hello? Hello, Otto? So it's somebody calling, and it's Osborn. And
Ah.
Otto's like, Norman, we were just talking about you. I'm afraid we've been visiting you soon, and you won't enjoy it. And Norman's like, I'm aware of your plans, Otto. Your telegraph them clumsy as usual. I wish I had time to play, but you have something I need. So I sent someone to deal with you quickly and unkindly. He's like, I think you get a kick out of who it is, and then you'll die. And then Otto's like, I very much doubt that. I'll see you soon. And Norman's like, no, I don't think you will. And then out of nowhere, yeah, in the background, and the voice is like, that voice, that green goblin. And I was just gonna call him something else, but Craven's like, no, something much worse. It's Spidey Goblin.
That's that's amazing.
It is great art, man. That looks phenomenal. Nice
Mm.
2-page spread right there. Love it. And then Otto's like, Spider-Man, what has Osborn done to you? You weak-minded fool. And he's like, I'm more interested in what I'll do to you. And then he goes, and then Otto's like, come then, face the wrath of Otto Octavius. And then you see Spidey do the Spidey Goblin do the little twist right on Otto's tenth arm, whatever you call that. I forgot what it is now. But Otto was like, "No, my nano fluid. What have you done?" Because his arms have all them fluids in there. And he's like, "I've made some improvements to your arm." And Otto's like, "Oh, up next, and he's like, and Spidey's like, "Your face." Boom! He decks him. He knocks him out, and he's like, "Yeah, one piggy down. Who's next?" As we go to the Oscorp, back to Oscorp, you got the living brain. What's left of that big brain, as we know, the living brain uh, made himself a robotic body. So he got out of his little cocoon, the big brain. Um, the assistant was like, "What is this mess?" And Oscorp, and then Osborn's like, "Yeah, we kind of messed this up. It's a hazard working environment. We need to move this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?" And she's like, "Well, clearly a giant brain. If our insurance company investigates," and he's like, "Let's keep this one in the house. I'd rather not have an adjuster poking around our trade secrets. Besides, we need to focus on the search for Dr. Connors and his assistant. And excuse me, Barbs, you have to work. You have some work to do." She's like, "Yes, yes, yes, I do." And then ring, ring, ring. He gets a call, and it's Kamala Khan. And he's like, "Hello?" He's like, "Mr. O." She's like, "Mr. O, what are we doing?" And he's like, "Who is this?" And she's like, "Only the best intern you ever had, Kamala Khan." And then he's like, "Right." He's like, and she's like, "How the heck are you?" And he's like, "Busy, very busy." And she's like, "Oh man, aren't we all? I mean, you should see how many finals I." And he's like, "Yes, well, it was fantastic catching up." He was trying to hang up. And she's like, "Oh, wait, real quick. I'm having trouble getting a hold of Peter. I'm sure he's just being a total fake. But have you heard of him?" And he's like, "I'm not in the habit of revealing my employees' whereabouts. In fact, I believe that would be illegal." And she's like, "Oh, come on, Mr. O, it's me." And he's like, "Miss Khan, did I give you permission to refer to me as Mr. O?" And she's like, "Oh, of course, in the lab, right? You told me you told me to call you that while we were, doing some experiments and stuff like that, remember?" And Norman's like, "Yeah, of course, in the lab, of course." He's like, "I'm sorry, I have to go. I must have some time for these people actually in my employment." He's like, "Right, I understand, Mr. O. Over and out." And then back to her room, her dorm, and her dorm neighbor, you know what I'm saying? She was like, "Wow, I can't believe Norman Osborn lets you call him Mr. O." And she's like, "He doesn't. That wasn't Norman Osborn." Dun, dun, dun. Let me take a quick sip. So, so the Vulture comes out of nowhere. He starts attacking Spidey. He's like, "This has been a long time coming, Spider-Man." And he's like, "Yeah, too long, because I'm always done. Your courtesy of fighting fair. I got over that, by the way." And Vulture's like, "That's this. Wait, no, I can't." Because, of course, Spidey Goblin, got the best of him and cuffed him. And, of course, he can't glide good while he's cuffed. And he falls down and hits a wall, crashing into a wall, as you see right there. And he's like, "You're not scary, Spider-Man. We've been cheating for a lot longer than you." A voice comes out of nowhere. And it's Electro. And he's like, and uh, Goblin Spidey's like, "You call that an attack? No one told me that was a tickle fight." He's like, "What?" "If that was a power damper, it needs a little work." And uh, Spidey's like, "It's not. It's designed to unlock your full potential all at once." And then out of nowhere, "Look out!" And you see him, a bolt of electricity, not just attack him, not Spider-Man. It attacks the Sandman. You see the Sandman in the background, and it kind of affects him. And he's like, "Sand and lightning." Then the Sandman Electro done. Then you see a nice double cover spread of a cover spread. Look at me, double spread of this nice Avengers Assemble
Mm-hmm.
with the Sandman in the background. Going, and it was kind. If you look at it, you know it's kind of weird because you have the old Miss Marvel in there, not Captain Marvel. You know, her Carol Danvers old suit. So you know something's going on, right?
Yeah,
So
Sandman looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
he did, he did. But Cap goes, "That's enough, son." And Pete's like, "The easy way to make glass, Captain America. What team you've assembled?" And then of course Wolverine's like, "Whatever happens here, this isn't you, bub." And then you know Spidey's like, Goblin Spidey's like, "Wow, you guys got here quick." And Cap's like, well, "Yeah, well, we are the Avengers after all." He's like, "Are you? Seems like a dated lineup." He's like, Cap's like, hold on, son." And out of nowhere, Goblin's like, "You've always been a formidable foe, Mysterio. If not for your only weakness, the fact that I'm not an idiot." And boom, he whacks Mysterio, boom, right in his fishbowl. He's like, he's like, crack, crack. And then Mysterio's like, "Please, you're going to kill me." And he's like, "That's why I'm here." And I don't know what you hear. "No, Spider-Man." And it's Craven Dent is up in the house. He's like, "You're here because you're sick. Sick once again with the sins of Osborn. And once again, I will set you free." And he's like, "Oh, really? If you believe that, I have some bad news about Santa Claus." And Craven's like, "This man it's below you, Spider." And he's like, "Come now." He attacks him with the spear that took Osborn's sins. And he's like, "These trinkets debase you. This will be a noble fight with a noble end. Be healed." Of course, he attacks him with the thing. And the next page, nothing's happening. He's like, "Nothing." He's like, "Norman's sins are safe at home, Craven. There's nothing to heal." He's like, "Let's get that through your head." And then he just claps him in the ear. He's like, "Norman didn't take my soul. He took my mind. I wish you could see the laughter in my brain." He's like, "Settle for a smile as I smash your skull." He's ready like to kill uh Craven. And out of nowhere, Thwip comes out of nowhere right when he's ready to kill him, and then grabs his hand and yanks it. He's like, "I know what Osborn did to you, Spider-Man, and I know how." And he's like, "And whether you believe it or not, Chasm is here to help. Probably, I haven't made up my mind." And then, of course, you see a nice art of Chasm, nice page drawn right there. Beautiful Chasm right there. So Chasm, Ben Reilly, came to the rescue. And now we have a little epilogue right there. Not there. You have the human brain. And he's like, at Jonah Jameson's building, he's like, "Where are we going, Jameson?" Was that Jameson or no? That's Dr. Connors. He's like, "To say Spider-Man, it is not complicated. The door is broken." And Connors is like, "No, it's locked. Aren't you supposed to know everything?" He's like, "I'm scarce my synopsis to construct this body." So he pretty much like gave up some of his smartness for it. And Connor's like, "And we're supposed to trust you? You say we can bring down the Green Goblin, but our team consists of a superb lab tech." And the guys, the assistant's like, "Hey." He's like, "And an over the hill scientist with one arm." So he disses himself too. And the robot's like, "That's why we're here." And crash. He crashes through the door. And someone's like, what in the Sam Hill? And then Connor's like, nah, we have plenty of arms. And of course, you see Jameson and the old Dr. Octopus arms. And of course, there goes Connor. And it says, to be continued. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Of all the people that they go to get for help, they go to Jonah Jameson? Like, what, the Sam Hill? No.
Yeah, right. Um, sorry, I just saw my man Brando Comickings
Yeah.
Station. There's still a few issues behind, but
Good.
ASM is kind of getting better. I mean, it couldn't get worse. He's right. It was some bad arcs, but they're going towards the end, and some of these arcs are fun. They are fun. I mean, uh, if you're one from the beginning, that's it. It's over. You know what I mean? I understand, but if you're going through it, your Spidey fans going through it. Um, I've seen some people in the community or some podcasts or in other platforms that have been enjoying some of these arcs and some of these issues and giving it a decent grade
Hmm.
outside of all the other main stuff that's happening. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's just how it is. Unfortunately, people are gonna judge overall the main stuff that happens that we both don't like. You know, that we actually gave some of these books not the greatest grade. So but the Goblin stuff is pretty fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I'm gonna turn it over to you. What you think of this issue?
Um, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um, it's kind of cool seeing Spidey Goblin take out the Sinister Six. I was like, holy crap! And
Yeah,
oh
it's
yeah,
almost like he's more dangerous
yeah,
as a Goblin Spidey because he's got the craziness of it now. You know what I mean? And he's lighter and all that. Pretty much, it's two powers built into one. You know?
for sure, yeah. And the once again, Ed McGuinness just knocks it out of the park, and just just adds to it so much, just spices it up, and the action, the art is just yeah, it's great. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. I dug it, and I like that we're getting a lot of action. You know what I mean? Like it's part about that time for a lot of action. There was a lot of early arcs that had a lot of explaining. You pretty much know what's going on, but it's still a superhero book, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so I forgot to mention like the way he defeated Electro. He had like that's the device that he put on him is what made him go bananas. You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And that's when he said, you know, I didn't try to stop you with it. I enhanced your ability, and he took out two guys at once and stuff like that. And he totally dismantled the Sinister Six with his craziness. And it's pretty. And of course, the I don't know if you needed the Kamala Khan part in it, but she has been a part of the story here and there. Um, we all wish we have all these meanies that are going out that are meaningless. It would be cool to have a meaning connected with Miss Marvel, connected to the Spider-Man world, explain more stuff. But I love Kamala Khan, like getting back
Oh
to
yeah,
issues and stuff like that. And I always said that Kamala Khan's the modern day version of the old school Peter Parker coming of age kind of story, except she's coming from another country's a totally different culture and stuff like that, and how that culture, how she deals with that culture, dealing with that culture, their rules and stuff like that, and still trying to be a superhero. But that's a story for another day.
yeah.
But they threw her in there, but I forgot exactly why. She's gonna be part of the story again in the future, especially after they used her to kill her off and stuff like that. And we don't need to go back to that, but she came back. Um, all in all, I enjoy this issue. If you give it a grade, what grade you would give this one?
Hmm. Let me think. Hmm. Well, they brought back. I mean, they finally. got to the Sinister Six, which made me happy. I'm gonna say a
You've been
3.
wanting this one for a while.
Oh yeah, a 3.95.
All right, it's not bad. You enjoyed it. It's not quite a 4 for you, but you enjoyed it. I forgot to mention, of course, the end, the Ben Rally, the Chasm thing. I don't know if they're gonna undo that whole Chasm thing. I don't think they need a whole story arc for that. Um, but he is starting to the Wrinkler device. You know, they're starting to do away with that stuff like that. Of course, you see what it does to him, what it did to him, and now you see what it does to Peter Parker. It made him kind of crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
you kind of see if maybe they'll try to put him back to where he was, kind of thing. But now Ben Riley gets to be the hero and stuff like that, which I kind of like. I was always a Ben Riley fan, so
Oh yeah.
I understand he's another Spider-Man version, but a different version. You know, he has to deal with things differently now and stuff like that because, of course, he's a different person now. So even though he's a clone, so you know that whole thing is pretty cool. But of course, the Chasm thing, I'm never gonna enjoy that particular suit,
Mm-mm.
but
I
it
missed the
was cool
Scar.
to see him at the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
Scarlet Spider, which you know they're gonna come back with it. You know, people want it, and it's gonna be the first issue is gonna be do pretty well, stuff like that. We
You
do
know
got a
what?
question before we what happened? Go ahead. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was thinking about that other series that you're gonna review. You know the
No,
and
no, 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 no,
the
no. I heard you were gonna review. You had all the issues. You told me. You know what I'm saying?
but I guess they're readdressing the whole Kane thing, and I'm willing to bet after that little, I don't know how many issues are going to be in that series, but I'm willing to bet by the end of it that he might be back to being the Scarlet Spider. I'm thinking, just a theory.
Maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's probably why you're right. It's probably why they set that up. You know what I mean? Probably put the what they call it, put the toys back in the toy box kind of analogy. I don't know if you heard that one before.
Yeah.
They use it a lot in the Spidey podcast and stuff. But we have a question here. Mr.
Uh
Nine Panel Grid. He said, "What do you guys want to get from the ASM from the next ASM coverage team? I can only imagine Joe Kelly is temporary as to finalize the next long-term writer and artist." Oh, I know, like it's temporary because he's gonna write the first three, right? I think the first two or three issues is him and I keep forgetting his name, but they write the first three. I think Ed McGuinness is doing that. I don't know, but I'll find out in a minute. But what I noticed looking ahead, the next three issues is not Joe Kelly. It's another writer I never heard of and another artist I never heard of. So I'm just
hmm.
like, are they using that current team just to feel them out, kind of thing? Are they going to be the new? Because I don't know. I don't know if um the new for a new team. I don't know if starting with a fresh team nobody heard of is good, or actually put a team that people gonna be hyped about. You know what I mean? So I don't know what direction. What direction you think they would go? You know, what's best for this run? You think they're gonna need a fresh new start with a fresh new team we never heard of, and
Hmm.
hopefully they built to something good, or are we gonna need a big name? You know what I mean? To like hype people up. What do you think?
Ugh. That's a tough one to address. You know, I mean, if Joe Kelly's only doing a few of them, and then I hope they're not going to do like a pull out the rug from under us and then bring back in, because that would just be.
Oh no, they're not doing that. Spencer, he's gonna doing something totally different. Um, but I don't know. I think the only way to get this people excited is a whole new team, and if they're gonna go with a new team, go with a new editor too. They're gonna need a whole new editor. Let him do something else. You know what I mean?
Get
Nick
rid
Lowe.
Nick.
They gotta get rid of that Nick. They got rid of the wrong Nick last time. So, um, but I think I didn't grade it. This issue I didn't even grade. I grade. I think I'm with you. A 3.8, 3.9 ish like you. So I enjoyed the heck out of it. Not quite the 4, but it was a decent issue. We have a couple of people, Billy Power Max in the house. What's up, Billy? You know what I'm saying? Wait, there you go, Billy Power
Billy.
Max. We got
Vision.
62 Lefty Blues. What's up, bro? What's going on? Station. Oh man. So yeah. Um. Yeah. So I guess you know what I mean. I know I like Joe Kelly's writing, but I'm pretty sure I don't know if that 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. How's that gonna do? Like he's gonna die 8 times, like the Catwoman or something. You know. You got Doctor Doom in it and stuff like that. It might be good,
Yeah.
but I already saw it's not gonna be Joe Kelly the whole run, so I'm worried what they're gonna do with that. I was like, oh, here we go. But keeping on. As we wrap that issue up, we got the next issue here. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Hold on, and our guy right here is gonna review this one, The Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1.
Mm-hmm.
Which is part of this little Infinity Watch kind of thing. Oversaturated, uh, Infinity Gauntlet. They just don't want to let it go. They
Mm-hmm.
don't. They don't want to come with anything new. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. Like they bought it back. They did a bunch of stories with it. Some of it was good. Some of it wasn't. But just keep riding it. Kind of like Spider Verse versus Venom Verse that's coming up, kind of thing. It's just
Yeah.
like when people like knock Marvel because of that kind of stuff, I understand. Because yeah, you know what I mean. Come with something new, guys. Let's go. I know it's hard. There's a huge history of stuff. There's
Yep.
always gonna be somebody out there going, "Oh, it's been done before," but you know, come up with something. If you're gonna come up with something old school, you know, I'm gonna go behind, go in the back, and new ideas with a little bit of that old school touch. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I mean,
to each his own.
at least harken back to the '90s when they did you know, Maximum Carnage and Craven. You know, Craven's Last, all that stuff. You know, Secret Wars. Not this bringing all these different characters with their side issues, just total cash grabs. And then if it's really worth it in the end, wait for the run to end and then buy it in a trade paperback. It's probably a lot cheaper that way. You know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
they're trying to sell books. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what it is. They're trying to sell. They bring out a lot of different ones. They've been doing it for years. There's got to be a reason they keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably working for them. So
Yeah.
you know, if it's working, you know, they're gonna keep going with it. But it is what it is, man. We're reviewing this issue, and you got an awesome artist in this, old
Yeah.
school artist. They
We've
both
got
have
the writers Derek Landy, penciler Ron Lim, Israel
Ron Lim.
Silva for the so there's the lineup.
There's Ron Lim, the great Ron Lim, man.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity Gauntlet, big part of it. So they brought him back for this. That's pretty cool. As
Mm-hmm.
we see the art in it, we're gonna see old school Ron Lim art in it. So it's very well done. So, but I'm gonna let you review. Let's go.
So in the I didn't really want to get into this Infinity Watch storyline because I think the whole Infinity thing's been beaten beyond recognition. But so it kind of brings you up to speed. It says, yeah, so for each stone from the gauntlet, they've been put into a human being or a person, giving those people certain powers. And so there's a chick named Star, so she has the reality stone. A guy named Quantum, he's got the space stone. And apparently, when they come together, they kind of enhance each other's powers, which is pretty cool. And then they've got the guy that has the time stone, the time traveler. He's going by the name Overtime,
Overtime.
which is pretty funny actually. And then so basically the quantum guy and Star, um, they got chased by Thanos because Thanos has to have the Infinity Gauntlet, and then I guess Thanos was close to killing them or something, and then Overtime came in and saved them, and then he says like, yeah, meet me in Queens, and then we can go from there, and then Nighthawk is trying to get the Death Stone so that he can put the world back to how he sees it should be, and I guess the Death Stone, the person's body that it took on was Agent Coulson. So kind of interesting, that whole thing. And so it opens up on, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Spider-Man. So Spidey's like, here I am again, back in Queens. Sometimes it's hard to keep up the act. He's like, but yesterday I watched a man die at this very same spot. And he sees an armored car that's being robbed. He's like, yep, and I'm watching some idiot rob an armored car in broad daylight. He's like, this is my chance to get some action. This is just what the doctor ordered. And then zooms in on overtime, fighting crime.
Overtime.
So overtime is
Radioactive overtime. Go ahead.
so overtime, whose real name is Hector. He's telling the security guys, he's like, just sit tight, the cops will be here soon. Those handcuffs won't dig too much into you. So Spider-Man's sitting there with his arms crossed. He's like, who do you think you are? He's like, usually I'd start with a few jokes, and then Overtime was like, Spider-Man, what are you doing here? Spidey's like, okay, who are you, freak? Who are you calling yourself? He's like, my name's Hector, but these days I go by, and then boop, he disappears. Spidey's like, oh, great. We got one of them time travelers again, a teleporter. Now, this is just going to be wonderful for everybody. And he's like, where do you get your power from? A radioactive clock? Did you get bitten by a clock? And then Overtime's like, well, actually, it's cosmic, they come. Spider-Man, I've got the Infinity Stone living inside of me. And Spidey's like, okay, so you're like, what's her name? Star Chick. And then Hector Overtime is like, Star? Then how do you know Star? And Spidey's like, you don't know Star? And Overtime's trying to take Spidey out. But Overtime doesn't realize that Spidey's senses can detect, punches being thrown, and then he's trying to explain to Star. It's like, yeah, you like Star. She's a real treat, a real charmer. And then Spidey doesn't see him grabbing a nightstick from one of the guards, and Overtime's like, you're not gonna stop me, Spider-Man. I've got too much to do. He disappears again. Spidey's trying to catch him. And then he comes at him, Overtime comes at him with a nightstick, and he's like, man, you underestimate my spider senses and my abilities. He's like, attacking me from different angles, yeah, it's a good tactic. He's like, but does the time stone give you any added strength or resilience? No. And he hits him with a hook, breaks the nightstick, of course, because he's strength of a spider. Spidey's like, I'm sorry, this is not about you. I'm just in a bad mood. So apparently one of the baddies that Spider-Man strung up the day before, well, we'll get to that. I guess something happened, a glitch in the guy's suit, and he ended up killing him in an explosion. And so Spidey's feeling all guilty about it. And then so he's basically, he's telling Hector, you got to leave me alone. This is really pissing me off. I'm really sad about what happened to that guy yesterday. And he slaps him. Out of my way, but. And then Hector's like, man, I just should run away. You know, this guy's hurting, and maybe I should go back in time and, you know, make him feel better. Maybe save the baddie. He's like, but I'd have to travel 3 years, 2 months, and 8 days into the past to stop myself from pulling that trigger. And I guess what he's referring to is, I guess, a crime that he committed that he's feeling guilty about. I think he might have. It says later in the story here that I think he might have killed an elderly couple or something. But and then he's like, but the farthest I can jump back is 24 hours. He's like, not enough to save that elderly couple. So I think he's talking about his past crime, and he's feeling guilt too. And then it cuts to the scene of Spidey telling Fission, I guess that's the guy's name. He has like a radioactive heart, kind of like Iron Man has the man. How could I not remember the Iron Man's? Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
You're looking at me like, do you know?
so Spidey's like trying to tell Fission. He's like, you got to power down your suit, man. You got something, you know, out of whack there. And Fission's like, man, when I get done from here, I will make sure you rue the day. And then boom, nuts. Hunter's like, crap, I didn't get here in time. And then he you know, pops back into present time, and it cuts back to basically, you know, Spidey's been trying to catch him, but he's been jumping back and forth through time. He's like, there you are. He's like, why are you all wet? And Overtime's like, no, wait. He's like, okay, this is not working. He's like, each moment in time has its own time signature, I guess. I'm still trying to crack the code, but I think I jumped back a bit further. And then it cuts back to, you know, pouring down rain. Fission's all strung up by the Spidey's webs. And Fission, I guess this is his first outing as a baddie. He's like, stop it, man, stop it. This isn't fair. I wasn't ready. And Spidey's like, you know, buddy, I'm going to call some people. They can safely remove your suit. And then we can talk about your life choices. So you got your cool, usual Spidey sarcasm. Mm-hmm. He's like, but dude, seriously, your tech is overloading. He's like, hey, Fission, power, man, I can see the problem here. Power down your suit. When I get down, and then he goes back to, when I get down from here, I'll make sure you rule the day. Boom! And then Overtime's like, damn it, I have to go back further. It's like, just give me a moment. And he pops back into present time, and Spidey's like, you little son of a... It's like, get back here. And then Hector's like, thud, crashes. He's like, okay, time signature looks good. Just have to gather my strength. And Fission is leaping down to attack Spidey. And then the next thing you know, I guess Fission falls on his face. And Spidey's like, hey, buddy, you okay? Fission's like, don't laugh at me, man. He's not. Spidey's like, I'm not laughing at you. You took a nice tumble. He's like, don't laugh at me. And Hector's like, I got to get back up. Spidey's like, okay, let me guess. Supervillain, right? And Fission's like, I am Fission. I have a nuclear reactor for a heart. And Spidey's like, heart, hey? Must have had too many chili dogs. He's like, I know how that feels. So he flips him up again, and Fission's like, man, stop this, man. I'm not ready. Spidey's like, well, running diagnostics on your tech. You lost control of it. Man, if I had a nickel every time that happened to me, I'd be short a nickel. But with you supervillains, that's a common problem. He's like, stop it, man, stop it. This isn't fair. I wasn't ready. And then Hector comes back. He's like, I got to make this time count. Don't have the strength for another try. And Spidey's like, actually, in all seriousness, and Overtime's like trying to get Spidey's attention. He's like, Spider-Man is going to blow. And Spider-Man's like, sir, stand back. This is dangerous. And Hector's like, damn it. I'm not going to have enough time to make it back to the future. And then, once again,
Capri.
Yep. Didn't get there in enough time time again to stop Fission's suit from
I,
blowing up.
I guess Spider-Man blew up too
Oh yeah.
that time.
So Fission got blown through a window. It looks like a coffee shop or some deli or something. Spider-Man comes in and is everybody okay? Nobody hurt? Everyone's good? And Overtime's like, yeah, everybody's fine here. Spidey's like, well, in that case, Hector, mind telling me what just happened, Overtime? He's like, yeah, sorry. He's like, I was dead on my feet, but I think I just got my second win, but I'm feeling amazing. And he's like, by the way, Spider-Man, quick question for you. If you had the chance, how would you have disarmed Fission's suit? And Spidey's like, well, the coolant system was loose. I'd just have jammed it back. And Spidey's like, crap. He's like, is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to go back in time and mess with time to try and stop it? He's like, do you realize the ramifications of that? And Overtime's like, well, yeah, I'm aware of what I can do, Spidey. And then he's like, but by the way, what would you have said if you could have knocked him out? And Spidey does his normal little sarcastic remarks. He's like, well, probably like something like gun fission. And then Overtime's like, oh, nice, thanks. Okay, then time to, and then boop, it starts again. And Overtime's like, wait, I'm not 24 hours in the past. I'm 3 months in the past. I went further than I thought I could go. He's like, the jolt of energy overcharged. It's starting to fade. Gotta go away now before I get stuck here. And then back to the when Fission loses control of his suit, takes the nasty fall. Spider-Man's like, hey man, you took a nasty fall. Are you okay? And the Fission's like, man, shut up, man. Quit making fun of me. And then Spider-Man strings him up again. And Spider-Man's like, man, that could have been dangerous. And then you got Overtime popping up. He's like, man, I gotta do something. So he knocks out Fission. He's like, and Fission's like, who the hell are you? And Overtime's like, hey, gun Fission.
Wow.
And Spidey's like, what do you mean gun Fission? I don't get it.
Mhm.
And he's like, Fission. His name is Fission. Spidey's like, okay, yeah, okay. That's pretty funny, I guess. And Overtime's, or I don't know if it's Overtime talking or Fission. I think it's Overtime. He's like, I'm tired. Spidey's like, oh, you must be new at this superhero thing. And Overtime's like, yeah, I just need a moment to get my strength back. He's like, hey, Spidey, you want to meet me here again same time tomorrow? And then boop, disappears. Boop. And it opens back up to same old web swinging. Spidey's like, what the heck just happened? What was going on with all that stuff? It's like that guy just disappeared, didn't even leave a note. And he's like, how is he supposed to, make a mark on society if he keeps disappearing all the time? He's like, well, amateur hour, come on. And he's like, oh, well, what do you know? He's here just like he said he would be. My date showed up. He's like, yeah, hey there. And Hector's like, hey, Spider-Man. So, and then Spider-Man's like, so time traveler, I'm guessing. He's like, yeah, Overtime. That's what I call myself. He's like, that's cool. I was bitten by a radioactive spider. Were you? And he's like, no, I was bitten by a radioactive clock. Spidey's like, wait a second. This all sounds familiar. He's like, are you groundhogging me? He's like, yeah, we haven't had this exact moment, but you used the same joke yet. Spider-Man's like, okay. He's like, there's only so many jokes that can, and so many sarcastic remarks that can be said, He's like, Spidey's like, but I'm known for that. He's like, it's my sacred duty. And then Overtime's like, well, you were the one that gave me the gone Fission line. And then Spidey's like, well, enough of this talking. He's like, welcome to the superhero club, my boy. And then he's all Overtime's talking about the armored car. He was robbing them. And he's feeling all guilty about possibly killing that old couple or whatever it was he did. It's like, I did a bad thing once out of stupidity. It's like the armored car money that was gonna, keep me going while I worked on traveling back far enough to stop the crime I did. And Spider's like, just so you know, stealing is wrong. And he's like, when I was a kid starting out, I had my struggles too. And then he's like, he was talking about when Uncle Ben died, he couldn't stop the robber from killing Uncle Ben. He's like, yeah, I couldn't stop my uncle from being killed, and that was one of the things that drove me to keep going as a Spider-Man. So like they're all giving each other, the bro fist grip. It's like, yeah, I get that. I get that, Spider-Man. I do. It's my mistake. I can't live with it. I just can't. It's the whole reason I was given this power. It's my chance to fix the past. Spidey's like, well, that may be so. Or you were given this power so you can realize that we're all the sum of our mistakes. And the thing that drives us is the desire to do better. He's like, like, have a good day, Overtime. And then, finally, Star and that Quantum guy show up because Overtime said he'd meet me in Queens so that they could figure out the rest of their plan. And Star's like, hey, what's up? I'm Star, this is Quantum. And then Overtime's all like, like saying, I'm stronger when you're around. And he's all like, it's funny.
Yellow.
I can see time. I can see time better now, rippling around you both. Now that we're, the three of us are all, around each other. And she's like, or he's like, you've met another version of me from the future, right? He's like, so what I asked you to come here today so you could give me a little power up to help Spider-Man. And she's like, oh, is that what we did? And she's like, well, future you pretty much said that all of us stone bearers have to get together because we have a destiny. And then Overtime's like, yeah, that's right. And if that's the case, we can do whatever the heck we want. And Star's like, yeah, we can be unstoppable. And then Overtime's like, yeah, count me in. And to be continued. And then it cuts to a scene with Nick Fury, and he's like waking up in the middle of the night, and his wife is like, Nick, is everything okay? Like, everything's okay, honey. Just go back to sleep. She's like, have you had another nightmare about your friend? And then he's like, Nick is thinking about, Agent Coulson being brought back to life. He's like, every time I think about him, it's a twisted rerun of a different mission we went on together. Even every one of them ends with him dying. It's like, but in tonight's dream, he lived. It's like, I wonder why that is. Mm-hmm. And then, it cuts to Nighthawk in a cemetery with Agent Coulson. And Nighthawk's like, do you know what this means? This is the universe giving me a chance. I need to change it. An Infinity Stone brought you back to life, Agent Coulson. A new one. A seventh essential element of the cosmos. An impossibility, an aberration? Or maybe there was always meant to be 7. And Agent Coulson was like, ugh, I was dead. Just leave me dead. And Nighthawk's like, now you have death itself nestled inside of you. It's like, everything dies, does it not? Power, space, even time will die. This universe will die. And then Agent Coulson's like, this is where I was buried, not in Arlington, or... It's like, wait a minute. This isn't the cemetery where I requested. He's like, I requested this. I wanted to be brought home. I remember. And Nighthawk's like, do you remember the other universe? And Coulson's like, Kyle Richmond, right? It's like, nice to meet you, Kyle. But sincerely, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And Nighthawk's like, there was a world in which true heroes fought for justice. You had a place in that world. Do you remember any of it, President Coulson? And Coulson's like, President? It's like, yeah, I don't think so. The only thing I remember right before it all went dark is he's like, Deadpool. And Nighthawk's like,
Mm-hmm.
killing you. I see. What about where you went afterward, the deal you made? And it says a little note, probably because Deadpool killed Phil in Deadpool Volume 6, Number 3. And then Agent Coulson is like, just hold on, all right? I need to think. I need to talk to Fury. You got a phone on you? And Nighthawk's like, okay, I see what this is. Nothing worthwhile can ever come easy. The universe is testing me. And then he says, Kyle? He's like, no, call me Nighthawk. I'm Nighthawk now. And if you won't use the power of that stone inside of you to restore the world to how I want it back, I guess we'll just have to improvise. So Nighthawk's all basically pissed off because Agent Coulson won't use his power to make the world as he sees it. And Agent Coulson's like, crap! Basically, because Nighthawk's like, if you're not going to use your power, then I'm going to take it from you.
There's some nice Sarah Pacelli art.
Yeah.
Nice art. Yeah. So
Yeah.
talk about those stories after we talk about the main story here. Um, decent issue. You know what I mean? Not as good as the other one, but it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? If you're a casual Spider-Man fan, you probably could skip this. If you love Spider-Man and just love his adventures and stuff like that, it's good. It's good. It's a decent read. It was fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad issue. You know, some Ron Lim art here. Um, you go back and you see some of the art, and you're like, oh, I remember his art, and it's awesome art. Um, yeah, it's just a fun. It's not much to say with the story. It's just fun. You know, he's a time guy. He could go back and forth over time,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of feels bad because Spidey was, you know, he's trying to do wrong, rob a bank to help people. I mean, to help himself. He's selfish kind of thing, and he runs into Spider Man, and Spider Man's a horrible mood, and he wants to. He feels bad for Spider Man because he's a good person. You know, I mean, just because you're a criminal doesn't mean you're a bad person. You're just, you know, robbing banks or whatever. You're doing wrong that you shouldn't be doing, but he's not a killer or anything like that. So Spidey, who not a type that he doesn't kill. So
Mm-hmm.
the incident that happened, the guy died. So he's still feeling kind of blue about that. That's something that stays in his mind for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to help the guy, and then every time he tries to help, it kind of like, you know, didn't help him out. Stuff like that. It made it worse. Um, I forgot what the DC character. You think about when what's the DC character? He usually with Blue Beetle. I think Taqi likes him. Um, I keep forgetting him, but anyway, if anybody in the chats remember that DC character, he's a timeline guy too. It's pretty much what I saw, and it's funny how Ron Lim made him look a little bit like the Green Lantern, a little bit. You know what I mean? It was just a nice little art, nice, you know,
Yeah.
helping Spider-Man. Eventually, he ends up helping Spider-Man and using Spider-Man's corny jokes with him. And then he tells Spider-Man what he did, and Spider-Man, since he didn't do anything, he was like, just, you know, you don't have to do that stuff. You can be a hero and give. Kind of got a fresh start for his, you know, for his life. You know, a nice new start. So overall, I enjoyed the story, but of course, the Infinity stuff really didn't need. You know what I mean? But that's why they did the book. Um, and of course, the whole thing with Star and all that. I don't remember her being that nice. You know what I mean? I don't think she's 100% villain, but she's still a B word. You know what I mean? At least that's what I remember reading about her. Um, but they're trying to do stuff. A whole new, like you said, a whole new team trying to do the Infinity Stone stuff and trying to save the world. And then, of course, you have side stories with what's his name, Fury and stuff like that. And then the Nighthawks ending there. That's like a continuation story. This was part 2 of that Deathstone saga. I don't know if we needed any of that, but and then Coulson, I read that series, that Deadpool series, which the writer of the series is eluding me right now. I don't know if that was Scotty Young's series or someone else's, but I was reading that, so I remember him Deadpool killing Coulson.
Hmm.
Because Coulson was not a good person like the show. He was like a total dick. You know what I mean? But all in all, if I had to give this one a grade, I'll give it a 3.0. It wasn't terrible. 3.2. We'll give it a 3.2. It wasn't terrible story. Uh, you could pass if you want a person that wants to so many issues, and this one you could have passed. If you're a diehard Spider-Man fan, you should read it. It's enjoyable. You're a
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man fan. But all in all, 3.2. What grade do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a straight up 3.0.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking the same thing. I just gave it a little more credit for Ron Lim's art and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I gave it another 0.2. But 3.0 sounds great, you know. And of course, you know, the overall grade for both books today, if you gave it a 3.9, I gave it a 3.8 or something like that, 3.5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, and the average is
Mm-hmm.
3.69, dude. So I hope everybody enjoy us being silly and reviewing that. Of course, we always take about an hour 15, and then it's pretty much on point. Next week we're gonna do review ASM 52, like I said earlier, which is that the homage to the Amazing Spider-Man 300. But yes, it's overdone, but I'm never get tired of it because if it's actual Marvel book instead of all those variants people that we see from store variants and stuff like that, I don't count those. But this one counts. You know what I mean? It's a Marvel book. And then of course 53. So
Mm-hmm.
52, 53 next week as we roll along to catch up to the end of the Zeb Well run, which 60 came out last week.
Yep.
So the way we're doing it, like we still consistently do it, by the middle of December, we'll catch up to that number 60. Then right after 60, we're gonna start doing the Ultimate run again. So, and then whenever a new Spider-Man issue comes out, we'll continue the Ultimate run. We'll do one issue of that, and then when there's no Spider-Man issue coming out, we'll do two Ultimate issues. So
Mm.
we can catch up. We're up to,
Yeah.
I think they're up to 12. So by the
Yeah.
time we get there,
I
we'll be
think
totally caught up.
11 or
Yeah,
12.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I have a whole schedule list that I gave Tom here. I DM'd him, so he saw that I was pretty serious about catching up by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And when the new year comes, we're just catching up to the Ultimate series. I think by February we be all caught up. So that's my master plan. So so yeah, man. So of course, like I said earlier, if you like what you saw, if you like what you read, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding 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 that bell for notifications for future videos. If you're watching live or on the rewind, and watch me in primetime time. Just have a ball here, just being silly. As you know me, sometimes with my voices and sometimes I mix them, but I'm a silly guy. But we love doing this, and of course, before we go, we saw Sleepy in the house. Station sleeping in 69 dudes. Yep, 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 yep. And yeah, man. So next week, issue 52, 53 should be a blast. Some more Spidey Goblin stuff. When you first hear about it, you're like, oh, great, Spidey Goblin. As you go through the issues, you enjoy it and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you keep on keeping on with us next week. Same Spidey time, same
Where are you, Johnny?
Spidey channel. Great show, guys. Thanks. But we're not done yet, guys, because we're up to our favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
You know you love it. You know you gotta have it. Some show and tell. That beautiful sight.
Wait,
What is going on?
What? I don't see anything. What are you talking
That
about?
beautiful sight? You
What?
don't see any? What?
What are you
We
talking
got
about?
some show and tell. Not too much to show. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna give myself the solo layout real quick. Um, we always gonna try to do one of these. I love doing these and stuff like that. But I didn't take advantage of this earlier, so I couldn't get the steel case. The steel case is awesome,
Mm.
but now it's worth $100 to $150 now. But I still got me a copy on 4K of Deadpool Wolverine, baby.
Oh
The,
yeah.
the movie of the year. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody, oh, that movie over there. Oh. Nah, this is the movie of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
So, I love it when they have all three. They have the 4K, they have the Blu-ray, and the digital. As I took advantage of it, I already put digital in, and I love it because the inside, the Blu-ray is the Deadpool, and
Ooh.
4K is Wolverine. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. I freaking can't wait to sit down and I'm trying to debate if I want to stream it digitally or just watch it physically on my PlayStation. But I freaking love it. I'm always gonna physical is still the best. You ain't gotta worry about the internet going bad and stuff like that. Just throw it in there and
Mm-hmm.
have a blast. And plus people like who all get all digital starts to get bored and like damn, then they start getting physical because you just want something to show. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah.
room, all white room gets boring. And then keep on keep. I don't know if I've shown these before, but I know I showed the other ones before, but I got Godzilla and Kong, the new Empire, with Kong with the extra thing. A lot of it in there is silly, but I love both characters. I had a blast in the movie theaters watching it, and then I just watched it with my mom the other day. She loves King Kong. I'm the big Godzilla fan over King Kong. She's a big King Kong over Godzilla, and I just love it. It's so silly. It's so,
Yeah.
but man, it was a blast. You
It
saw it
was.
too?
I saw it. I was like, oh gosh, really? This is. And then I
It
compared it.
was silly.
Then I compared it to the King, Godzilla -1. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it.
That one was overrated. You know that.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Come on.
I enjoyed that one, but I'm not trying to compare it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh
That
yeah, yeah.
other one, that the Blu-ray hasn't come out. That's why I don't have it. That other one was, which they bringing them back out to in the movie soon.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was excellent. Very old school. It's a modern day Godzilla movie. Old school. They bought it old school. So yeah, if you compare it to that, there's no chance. But this was a lot of fun. This is
Yeah, it
just
was.
it was a blast, bro. And then if you're someone who grew up watching all these, Godzilla has a monster he fights in there, and he that monster is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they use the special effects and all that, very well done. If they did this 10 years ago, I don't think they pull it off. But now that they have the technology, it's a blast. If you take it too serious, you're not gonna like it. But if
Well,
you like to just let it loose and stuff like that, and I'm talking about your heart, not
yeah,
your mind.
come on,
You know
come
what I
on.
mean? I'm not talking
Uh,
about that. I'm not talking about yeah. This is a family show, guys. Come on, you know what I mean? You know.
oh
Oh
man.
man, Sleepers like play each on a different screen at the same time. I love the Godzilla Kong movies. Yeah, yeah. Godzilla -1 is a cinema snob like Tom. It's for a cinema snob.
Hey, hey, Bullseye Bob, Bullseye Bob, a true kaiju fan. I think it's called kaiju. Would
You,
back me up. Bullseye
you
Bob is
talk about the
completely.
cowboy fan? Nobody wants to know about the cowboy fan. Come on, get out of here.
oh,
How about them cowboys?
oh,
Oh,
oh, ouch.
it's a good thing he doesn't watch this. You
I don't know. No.
know? He's gonna come back at me, man. You know what? But keep on keeping on. One more thing. Like I said, I don't know if I showed this one. But Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I
Oh,
enjoyed the Frozen, the latest one. Um, any Ghostbusters that comes out, I'm gonna get it. I haven't gotten the latest one yet. It's kind of. I'm hoping the Black Friday deals is a little bit cheaper, and I could just get it. Right now, it's $35 or something like that. But when I saw this one on sale, I had to grab it. You know what I mean? I love it. Um, I love the latest one, so this one's pretty good too. I think they do a fantastic job bringing it back out. They didn't try to reboot it; they just kept it going. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed the heck out of these. So that's what I got. I got more movies, but I think the other ones I already showed before. You know what I mean? So I guess it's your turn, my man.
yeah. So every year I become addicted. What's he saying?
Oh, if Bullseye Bob likes it, I take it back.
Oh man. So what was I saying? Oh, so every year, I've kind of become addicted to the Hallmark ornaments, and the past couple,
Oh, that rabbit hole.
yeah, the past couple of years, I've spent some money. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if any of you have seen my channel that I rarely even put stuff on. I do like every year I do like a tour of I call it my geek tree. And I've had Optimus Prime on there, Shockwave. I've had Mario characters. I've had like the old school Rudolph, and
You got Optimus Prime too.
yeah, video games, just a bunch of geeky stuff. A Gremlin. So this year I said, okay, I'm gonna cut myself off. I'm only gonna get like two. Okay. So speaking of Thomas be stopped buying ornaments, no matter the cost. Anyway,
No matter the cost.
so I saw this. I know they have a figure of this, but I had to get Holiday. I hope Fable's still here. Holiday Optimus Prime.
Nice.
Santa
That's
Optimus.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then for fellow Star Wars fans, if you grew up collecting the old Kenner figures, they actually made a ornament Darth Vader
Oh,
looking.
that is so cool.
Yeah. And let's see what else. Oh yeah. So I'm actually wearing this show and tell. Don't worry, I'm gonna keep my clothes. I'm keeping the shirt on.
Fable said that's awesome.
So this
But he loves your hoodie too.
our favorite our favorite cover. The Shockwave one
Nice.
are all dead.
Yes.
So story behind this, one of our local comic shops, I saw a guy that works there wearing the shirt of this cover, which is like my favorite cover, Shockwave. And I said, "Man, where did you get that shirt?" Like he told me where to get it. And then finally, I was like, finally this year, I was like, "Man, I gotta see if that shirt maybe's gone down in price." And then, luckily, it did. So, and I ordered it like months ago because I guess it took time for them to print it and all that stuff. But yeah, it was worth it. Um,
Hell yeah, man.
and then, so
The
yesterday,
hoodie's cool too. I'm sure Fable loves the hoodie, the Super Mario.
oh,
Yeah.
um, so me and Moon Knight Rob, the Sasquatch, you've probably heard about Moon Knight Rob. Anyway, TV cover of all time. So speaking of Transformers, so I found this like odd. It's a one shot. I think it was Free Comic Book Day. So they had this character. It's like a Chic Shaver, Hydrobot, and I thought this was really cool. I'm like, okay, this looks totally weird. I've got to get this because this is weird. It's rare. It's got to be rare or something. So you had a Chic right.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Yep. I got it for free. I got one too.
All right. Okay. All right. All right.
That's pretty cool though.
And then and then I decided to dig something up that I got a while back because we went on hiatus. Um, I'm pretty sure I probably have this already, but I got an old school issue 77 Spidey.
Ooh,
Got the Lizard, you've
nice.
got Johnny Storm,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm trying to remember what else I got. Two other things maybe. Let's see. Um, and then just oh yeah, one last thing. Recently, so one of my favorite characters is Imortipi for my bungalow.
Cornholio.
Cornholio.
Shut up, Beavis.
So that's my odd show and tell.
You have a commercial. You have a question.
Did I go to Comics Adventure? Yeah. Yes, we did, Damien. Yep. It's one of our shops here in, well, it's technically kind of in Portland. It's kind of in a smaller town called Milwaukee. And that's that. I was talking to you before the show that we were supposed to meet Bueller at this coffee shop that he hangs out at a lot. He's got a coffee named after him called the Bueller.
The Bueller.
But then I realized that I didn't look at Sleepy's text better. I misinterpreted. So him and John Stout and Bueller were at the other location, which is near where I. We were like, oh well, we missed him, so we'll see him next time. So
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
next,
Next time.
next time.
Cool shop. Bueller and the owner hate each other.
Yeah, we'll just leave that where it is. That we're not gonna get into skeletons in the closet, so to speak. No.
Uh-oh.
That
And on that note,
that's for the Portland comic crew. We're not gonna go national or nationwide with that. Okay, we're gonna keep it within the PCC. Okay.
keep it within the group, all right? All right, guys. That's a show. Hope everybody enjoys. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your weekend. Fantastic football Sunday, which is probably half of our people left to go watch some football. So hope
What?
everybody enjoys their Sunday.
Who's playing? Who's playing today? What?
A bunch
What?
of people. I don't know.
What? Dallas? What? What? No.
What? How
The
about them cop? No, stop.
the Chief? Brother Joe, are you here? Chiefs? What?
Skeletons in the closet.
Skeletor?
Oh man.
For the power of
Oh.
Grayskull. No.
Brother Joe's team already won. You know, they're gonna go undefeated. You know, here we go. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brother Joe, if you're watching this, you still can't go in my chats. I know he can't go in my chats, and then I'm trying to fix that. I don't even know
Oh,
if
yeah.
someone blocked him or something like that. I tried everything to get him back in there. I'm gonna have to ask somebody. Um, somebody's gotta help me with that because there's a couple of people that can't come into our chats right here. I think Two Gun Pedro couldn't get in there.
Two
Which
gun?
I have no idea. Two Gun Pew Pew, yeah, that guy. He can't get in either.
Huh.
There might be more people. They can watch the show, but they can't get in the chats. So I don't know. I don't know how to figure that out. Hopefully one day I figure it out. But to each his own. See everybody next week here. Same Spidey time, same Spidey channel. You know what I mean? ASM 52 and 53 will be reviewed next week. And till next year. Till next year. Look at me. Till next time. Station. That's coming up soon, though. I mean, it's coming up. Station and yeah, man. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Peace out.
Peace.
Boom, 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 boom. See a little beat from pop culture for like boom, 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 boom.